Hello, sports fans. This is the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker, your source for the sports betting industry 24/7. Sit back, relax, and listen as Mr. Bookmaker highlights what's happening right now in the world of sports. So, without further ado, here's your host, Art Eftekhari.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Art Eftekhari. Really glad that you can join us. Before we get started, get to our website. The address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. You know the deal. I want you to become an expert at this entire online betting process. So get to our website as soon as you can. We got the links to all the best European, Asian, and United States friendly bookmaker sites, and our bookmaker guide is available for you to download. So hurry up and do it. Let's get things started off the right way with our A to Z sports betting lingo. Now, what is our concept for today? Pretty simple one. It is actually a piecemeal. All right, now, what is a piecemeal? It means to pay a bookmaker in installments. So I guess if you've really, placed your mortgage or whatever it is, a big wager on something and you ended up losing, well, fortunately, I guess you can do the piecemeal option, and that means to pay the bookie back in installments. So don't forget that term, piecemeal. All right, before we continue, make sure you check out our blogs as soon as you can. If you're in the mood for cricket, check out Dan's cricket blog. And if you are all over American sports, check out Patrick's American sports blog. Show them some support, please. These guys are working hard. Would really appreciate it if you stop by and give them a follow. And also, don't forget to check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog, or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Alright, now what can I say? Lately, I feel like I'm in the mood to watch some fighting, or let's just make it more simple, how about some good old boxing? Some fights coming up that you should pay attention to, or set a reminder for, or, put on your calendar. Whatever it is you want to do what you gotta do. On the 8th of September, you got Amir Khan going up against Samuel Vargas. That'll take place at Arena Birmingham in Birmingham, England. That's the super welterweight division. Now, I'm currently at William Hill. That's www.williamhill.com to share these odds for some upcoming fights. Now, Amir Khan is heavily favored, 1-33, 25-1 for a draw, 10-1 for Samuel Vargas. Also on that same day, but at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, Danny Garcia against Sean Porter for the vacant WBC World Welterweight title. The odds for that, 11-8 for Sean Porter, 18-1 for a draw, 4-7 for Danny Garcia. And now, the fight you've all been waiting for, and of course I've been waiting for this one as well. It's coming up on the 15th of September. You got Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, going up against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, I'm looking forward to this one. I'll share the quick odds with you first. 4-7 for Gennady Golovkin, 18-1 for a draw, 6-4 for Alvarez. Now, what about placing a wager on who you think's going to win in a certain round? If you think it's going to be Golovkin the first round, 40-1. Or what about Alvarez in the first round, 66-1. Maybe it'll be in the 10th round, 18-1 for Triple G, 50-1 for Alvarez. Or what if you just feel like also going for the draw? There was a draw in the previous fight, and a lot of people still debate as to who actually won that fight. But when it comes to boxing, you're always going to have a lot of biased opinions. The fans of Alvarez say it was Alvarez who won. Fans of Triple G say it was Triple G who won. But you know what? I'm going to share my opinion, and I feel that it was Triple G who won that fight. Now, what about the method of result, or the method of how a fighter wins? If you want to go with Golovkin to win by knockout, technical knockout, or by DQ, 7-4. As for Alvarez, 7-1 to win by KO, TKO, or DQ. What about Golovkin by decision or technical decision, 15-8? 9-4 for Alvarez to win by decision or technical decision. Now, will this fight go the distance? If you say yes, odds are 1-2. If you choose no, 6-4. So get to WilliamHill.com as soon as you can. I hope you're in the mood to place some wagers on these upcoming boxing fights, because I'm really excited. Once again, that's www.williamhill.com. Get there as soon as you can. And before we continue, get to our website as soon as you can. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. We have tips on how to register, bet, and withdraw. And like I said before, our bookmaker guide is available for you to download. So hurry up and download it. We want to help you become an expert at this entire online betting process. So stop wasting time. Get to that as soon as you can. Okay, everybody. In our previous editions of the Bookmaker Podcast, I made sure to go over Leagues A, B, and C for the inaugural edition of UEFA Nations League football. And of course, I am keeping true to my word. It's time to go over the odds for groups 1, 2, 3, and 4 in League D. So let's start with League 1. You got Georgia, Kazakhstan, Latvia, and Andorra. As for the odds, 10-19 for Georgia, 3-1 for Kazakhstan, 4-1 for Latvia, 33-1 for Andorra. Now let's be clear about something. Obviously, Andorra does not have a chance to top this group and get promoted to League C. It's going to come down to Georgia and Kazakhstan. But for some reason, I feel like Latvia might be able to give both Georgia and Kazakhstan a run for their money. So will be interesting to keep an eye on that one. Next, Group 2. Who are the 4 teams? Belarus, Luxembourg, Moldova, and San Marino. And of course, San Marino, 80-1 outsiders. I don't think anyone can be surprised there. I think a lot of people will be surprised even if San Marino is able to get a point out of the 6 matches that they will play in Nations League. I mean, it seems like it's been a long time since San Marino has been able to do anything in international football. But now, how will this change with them playing against similar competition? Not necessarily in FIFA ranking, but maybe San Marino against Moldova could be one of those tight matches. You know, San Marino is going to park the bus. So, like I said, San Marino, 80-1 odds, 4-1 for Moldova, 7-2 for Luxembourg. And no surprise that the favorites of this group, Belarus, with 5-11 odds. I think going with Belarus is a safe wager, but you never know. Luxembourg does have a knack for causing trouble for some of the better footballing nations. So don't just count out Luxembourg that quickly. Next, group number 3. And this is a group I'm looking forward to paying attention to. You got Azerbaijan, Kosovo, Faroe Islands, and Malta. The odds are 6-5 for Azerbaijan. They are favored to win this group and gain promotion to League C. 7-5 for Kosovo. 6-1 for Faroe Islands. 11-1 for Malta. And one thing about Kosovo is that there have been a decent amount of players in recent months or years that have switched allegiance from the countries that they were originally playing for, such as Albania, even Sweden, maybe even Austria. So you have some other players joining Kosovo recently that have decided to switch allegiance. So that obviously has helped their ranking, and I think the bookies realize that, and that's why they have 7-5 odds to top this group. Yes, Azerbaijan favored to win this group with 6-5, but a team that I've been paying attention to for a long time, the Faroe Islands, they have 6-1 odds. A few years back, ever since they beat Greece 2 times in qualifying for Euro 2016, the ranking of the Faroe Islands shot up like no other, and they definitely can find ways to win against any team in this group. And the question, though, is will we see the Faroe Islands play to their potential? Now they have a little bit of pressure. They'll be expected to beat Malta. They'll be expected to even get a draw or possibly beat Kosovo at home. So looking forward to that. And last but not least, Group 4 of League D. Macedonia, Armenia, Liechtenstein, and Gibraltar. 10-19 odds for Macedonia. They are favored to take this group, but I find that to be a little surprising. I think Armenia, although they have 7-5 odds, I think they are the favorite to take this group. Liechtenstein, of course, 28-1. Not going to see too much from them. They have improved a little bit in recent years. And as for Gibraltar, well, I think you still have a lot of football fans wondering why Gibraltar was even admitted as a member of UEFA, but, that's not for me to comment on. But like I said, I feel like Armenia will top this group. They have talented players, especially in Henrik Mkhitaryan. I know the Macedonians will want to win this group as well. They'll try really hard. So this group is basically between Macedonia and Armenia. Whoever wins those battles will be the team that wins this group. And that is it for this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. Like I said, if you're interested in placing more wagers on UEFA Nations League, get to 10bet.com as soon as you can. That's www.10bet.com. And you can also check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you, everybody, for the support. Really do appreciate it. Get to our website as soon as you can. And remember, I want you to become an expert on this entire online betting process, and we'll see you next time.
This has been the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please show some love by subscribing to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Till next time, this is Mr. Bookmaker over and out.